Esselamu Aleyküm ve Rahmetullah. Euzu billahi mineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi şrah li sadri ve yessir li emri vahlul ukdeten min lisani yefkahu kavli ve cealli veziran min ehli Harun ahi. Üştüd bihi ezri ve yeşriku fi emri key nusebbihake kethira ve nezkurake kethira inneke kunte bina basira. Allahümme allimna ma yenfa'una ve enfa'na bima allamtena ve zidna ilma ve erinel hakka hakkan ve erzukna ittiba'ah ve erinel batile batilan ve erzukna iştinabe ve sallillahumma ala Muhammedin ve ala alihi ve ashabihi ve etba'ihi ve sellem velhamdülillahi rabbil alemin. We have been studying this Mermer, 27th section of the Quran, and we studied 63, verse number 63 last week, just to go back to the previous verses, what they were talking about, introducing God Himself, how we should really be convinced that the universe has a conscious creator. So that about this way of understanding and realizing and becoming to the realization that these things are happening in the universe. They are coming into existence in a wonderful way. They cannot happen by itself. There must be a creator. Now, but, okay, this ilahun ma'allah is the phrase repeated on many occasions, at least 6 times, I think, in the same section. Is there any God, or can there be any divine being, any being which has divine power in the universe apart from God? So apart from the creator of the universe? These challenging questions, we said it was very important that we understand the Quran encourages us to question. Without question, we cannot get the answer. So without questioning, investigating the answer, and really being convinced about the conclusion that we come out, believe in God, but we said, I don't need, I believe in God is most probably based on imitation, not full conviction. So all these examples are presented to us, and afterwards here comes another subject. Now the subject is slightly changing the direction, but in a smooth way we will understand now. After demonstrating the evidence of the manifestations of the qualities of the Creator, which must be an absolute one, infinite one, so we cannot describe the Creator in any terms of this universe. Introduce this. So what is the purpose? Okay. There is a Creator, you believe. Okay. I give my simple example. Somebody may say that this man knows nothing else but this simple example. Yeah. I believe that this university, this building has an architect, a builder. Do you? Yeah. So I do as well. So, but you came in, used the elevator. Did it come to your mind that what a wonderful architect? He prepared this means? No, it didn't come to my mind. I read over it. This practical life is very neglectful. We are, myself. So, okay, keep it. We understood that there must be a creator, but it must come into our life. What do I mean? I must be aware that this is prepared. This lightning system is prepared, and elevator system is perfectly prepared by someone else, and I am expected to communicate with this one. And bear in mind, not to communicate doesn't mean that I'm going to call him, but bear in mind that this is prepared and it's a gift for me. So we are utilizing it, we use it, and we have to be thankful to the one who is really who has really prepared this, all these amenities we are benefiting from. So we have to bear in mind this reality. Okay, but for what purpose? Okay, we believe in God. And I said, okay, thank you. So what? What will happen? Of course, it's a good thing rather than denying it, rather than not noticing it, and even if you believe in it but not notice it, bear in mind. But somehow that must be a means of preparations for something else. For example, you go to school, or everybody goes to school, and learn something. For what? What are you going to do with it? Yeah. So practice it and benefit from your knowledge, your information. But when I say, okay, I believe in God and I'm thankful to Him, but I have to benefit from it really in practical terms, so that I will, after graduation, I will harvest the result. So this verse is here preparing our mind here. And so let me read the Arabic version of it for those who listen or later on watch the recordings, video recordings. أَمَّنْ يَبْدَأُ الْخَلْقَ ثُمَّ يُعِيدُهُ وَمَنْ يَرْزُقُكُم مِّنَ السَّمَاءِ وَالْأَرْضِ. All the questions, wonderful questions, أَإِلَهٌ مَعَ اللَّهِ قُلْ هَاتُوا بُرْهَانَكُمْ إِن كُنتُمْ صَادِقِينَ. Let me read the translation, you will understand how beautiful the phrases are following each other. Who is it that creates life and produces it? Reproduces it. Look, the subject is changing, reproduction of life. Because, for example, you are invited to a house and you are given proper dinner and you are in the house and nothing more. 1 day passes, 2 days, you suffer. Exactly the same way that our capacity as a human being. Yes, I am happy with my life. Until what? Until when? When I die. Afterwards, seems to be disappearing. It is very interesting. Seems to be disappearing from existence. Of course, if we realize that our existence does not consist of body only. But if we are not aware that death is not subject to my spirit, human sight, because human sight is not matter. If something is not matter, we have to be very careful, is not subject to change. If something is not matter, is not subject to change. Matter. So only, for example, human senses. Now, we can develop it, but it is not subject to change in its essence. So, matter get old, as the Quran says, creates life, okay, and reproduces it. No, I don't see reproduction. Why? If I understand that my existence consists of only body, I don't see no reproduction. Because body dies, you see everything is rotten there in the grave. No, sorry, something attracted my attention. But if you see that your spiritual side, your feelings, your desires First of all, as I gave the example, gives the dinner, and then afterwards nothing else. You are suffering from hunger. And you say, no, this host seemed to be a very nice person the first night, and afterwards left me alone. And I am here, I don't know, I don't have any option to go out somewhere as well. Which kind of host is it? So, then the reproduction of our existence becomes essential, because none of our spiritual needs are satisfied in this world. We die. So let's take this example of this house. This universe is a guest house. I am a guest here. But the host gives me some food, provides with good things for me, and at the end, I die of hunger. What does it mean? I die without any satisfaction. I want eternal happiness. I want eternal life. I want full satisfaction for all my feelings. Yep. Do you want to die, brother? No, but you are going to die. What is going on? Yeah? So, if you understand that your body is only what makes you, then hopeless. The host, and we can use the free language now, the host of this house of the universe, the host, the owner, this Rabbul Alamin, the Lord of the universe, they translated. So the owner of the universe temporarily satisfies us and leaves us hungry. There must be something, so that I have to understand that this creator promises me to reproduce it, but I have to see the evidence now. Is it really? So is he going to do it really? Or can he do it? And is he going to do it? So it is the transition that the benefit, the fruit of accepting, confirming the Creator, confirming the Creator must be rewarded. But how? Because it seems to be not really perfectly satisfied place here. But the contradiction is, my feelings are given to me by the one who created me. Can I get this from somewhere else? Whoever has given me this feeling, even this, this materialist people say, nature gives it. Okay, nature gave me as well, for the sake of argument. Nature gives me as well for eternal, the need for eternal satisfaction. So nature consists of this universe. Does this universe give me the eternal satisfaction? No, there is no eternal satisfaction in this world. So there must be a source of existence which will give me the eternal satisfaction of my feelings, which is again given to me by the same one. It means whoever created my body is the one, it must be the one who created the feelings in me, needs full satisfaction. Does it make sense? So I said, nature doesn't work. Nature also, as they call it, blind nature. Blind nature is better. Can't be. But even if we accept that for a while, for a temporary base, still doesn't make sense. Still that, because I have infinite feelings and it is not satisfied. Why do they give me these feelings then? So we can ask or direct this question to my creator, the creator of the universe. Why did he give me these feelings? He says, definitely I will reproduce it. In order to understand, let us understand this, the verse goes on here. Who is it that gives you provision from heavens and earth? Provisions provided. Think about it. Who can give it to you? Who can give it? What can give it to you? Now, from heavens and earth, out of soil, water. Who provided the soil? Who provided water? Who provided the combination of soil, water, air, and sunlight, fundamental things? Who provided them? And they are completely different nature. Water is different from soil. Soil is completely different from air, atmosphere. The atmosphere is completely different from sunlight. These opposite characters, opposite quality beings, which has opposite qualities, come together, work perfectly, and beautiful fruits, vegetables, animals are created out there. When we say, for example, what is the best provision? The first thing comes to my mind, food. Food I love. So, food. But it is not that one. For example, having this gathering here is the best provision for me. And understanding why I am here is the best provision for me, because I'm a purposeful creature, and I know my promise, my future is bright. It means my Creator gives me this. He is the one who gave me this sense, so He must provide the answer to this desire. It's a simple example. Lungs are there, atmosphere must be there. Eyes are here, sunlight must be here, ear is here, so atmosphere must be here, air molecules transfer the waves must be there. Otherwise, in vacuum, do you hear? You know, in physics, in our middle school experience, I remember in the lab, in vacuum, the classical watch, clock, classical clock, the set, we didn't hear. It means without hair molecules, this ear and the potential power to hear, not only it is not interesting, isn't it, to notice that it is not the ear hears, my spirit hears. Ear is the transformer, and it transforms it. So, for example, eye, do you think eye sees itself? Huh? No, your power of sight sees through eyes. That is why my spirit operates through my body. When my body does not function, my spirit says, pointless, what shall I do with it? For example, if your computer doesn't work, do you keep carrying it? No, just throw it. Now you need a new one, because your desire, your need for a computer, given these conditions of life, requires another one. You buy another one. If you can, inshallah you can. So you buy another one, because your need is still there, although the tools are not functioning. So when body gets old, that is purposefully, perfectly designed, that body will get old, but spirit will remain alive so that you will get another body. You will need for another body. It is a promise. This way of creating is a promise from the one who created us. Now we have to utilize our potentialities, our human abilities. Why is it like this? We have to question. Why is it the way it is created in this way? So when we question it, we can easily understand. So Quran always gives extremely simple example. Always. The Quran doesn't give any complicated examples. Here is what? Who is it that gives you provision from the heavens and earth? It means food. But we add it here. Of course, we understand now air, sunlight, friendship, beauty in the creation. So we enjoy it. When we get bored, what do? If it is possible, we in New York, which is very difficult to get it, beautiful sceneries we want to see, and perfectly created countryside. Go and see the birds are flying, perching, singing. Yeah. So everybody is the rich people. What do when they have the opportunities or facilities? What do? They get a house with that perfectly arranged garden and decorate it and put a fountain in it. The water is running, and they want it. So it means what? Not only the food that we are getting. Not the food. So all the provisions. All the provisions are provided, and from the heavens and earth, and through this material means, they are all employed for our human needs to satisfy. So, if we think about it, then the Quran says, ilahun, okay, ilahun ma'allah. We should understand that could there be any divine power besides God? It means, apart from the understanding that this universe must have a creator, apart from this understanding, this conclusion, can you see anything in the universe which will really arrange all this, create you in the way you are created, with your body perfectly prepared as tools to operate your eyes? We should never forget that these biologists, materialist ones or naturalist ones, deliberately minded or biased-minded people, they say our existence consists of body. So I sees. No, I don't see. Yeah, that means I perfectly working, ready to, but man is not seeing. What's wrong? Something is missing. What is missing? Materially, what is missing? They say life. What is life? Question: could there be anyone who can claim, or you can think that it can be the source of existence of anything of this universe? Why Quran challenges and encourages the reader, question it, don't be afraid of it. That is what, unfortunately, not many of people here, but many of people here, Muslim community are afraid of asking questions. I understand other traditions. They don't have evidence, really. They are just claim. But Islam, he will say, I didn't read it yet, the following part. Islam is a religion of encouragement to reason. And these verses which attracted my attention, so that I wanted to share them with you, not only thinking, First, asking questions. It is amazing. As far as I understand, I don't claim that I know all religious traditions, but roughly, if you ask AI, what the main fundamental belief system of Buddhism, Hinduism, they give you in 1 or 2 pages fundamentals of it. But let me say something very strange, practical, but I shouldn't forget this point. What is that? What was it? The point that we are going to discuss? Let me keep in my mind. Asking the question. Importance of asking the questions. I wrote something in my mother tongue, Turkish. And somebody, really very careful, delicate man, and he's a professor somewhere, found that approach is interesting and wanted to translate it into English and publish it in a book form. And what it did, of course, translating is famous now. AI does the translation. Okay. He just loaded on the AI. This is something interesting. That's why I am telling you this, or sharing this idea with this event with you. And send it to me to edit the CD English translation if there's a. Believe me, everything turned upside down. I said, God creates translation in Turkish. Creates? No, created. Why? Well, created the universe and left. It's resting. That's the culture. And AI works, just for your information. You know better than, most of you know better than me how AI works, because you know that I'm a technically handicapped man. So you see the you experience that. But the AI works with already existing data collections. In already existing data collections, the great majority of information available is based on either materialistic ideology or naturalistic ideology, or in Western world, Christian theology based on. None of them encourages questioning. None of them encourages reasoning. None of them sees that this universe is continuously renewed in its existence by an absolute being. So every sentence is completely spoiled. I said it is better to rewrite in English, as much as my English is, as you see, perfect, huh? So I know I don't speak English. I speak Turkish version of English. That's another kind. Why not? That is what I can do only. So I use my rough language and send it to my friends. Please correct it. One of them is with us. There is no need finger pointing. So what was the question? Questioning is encouraged, and seeing the creation fresh at every moment. We don't notice that. We use really materialistic language. You say, I'm getting old. You are not getting old. You are created anew at every moment. No, we are not getting old. It's not you. You are recreated at every moment. That is mind-blowing reality that every moment, every single being in the smallest minimum level existence, particle level, everything is changed. But what is surprising and shocking, the way the existence is not disturbed, not chaotic, perfectly orderly. I know what to do. I know what to expect tomorrow. Although new creation, everything changes. You know that? Oh, no, you may know this. I don't know, somebody may study biology here as well, but somehow related to your subject, your profession. So, how many changes are going on in our cells in a second? All the particles are changing. Anyone? Are they changing by themselves? Are you growing by yourself? The same thing, same question. So if you are not growing by yourself, if I was, I would definitely remain as young people here. It is not my choice. So how can it be? I am a conscious being. I have free will. I learn. I keep in my memory so much quality. How a particle on earth can change itself? Matter. Particle. How can it change itself? So every moment, everything is changed, but order is perfectly preserved. When we say the order, look at the universe, always we say. How perfectly arranged. Moon is there with a beautiful full moon. This morning when I went up for a walk into the masjid, I go to masjid, so that also walk. It's a bit far. It's a good walk. Excuse for me. Anyways, full moon out there. Boom. Really perfectly arranged. You see the order? The sun is other side. The earth turned its back now where I am. That's why it is dark. But don't forget, sun didn't disappear. Its reflection is coming from the moon. Don't worry, it didn't disappear. So you can remember, those people who are familiar with the Quran, you can remember the reasoning of Abrahamic example when it looked at the sun, it said, oh, it may be the one who's taking care of everything with its light is everywhere. Huh? But it disappeared. You say, come on, it's disappearing. It means it's not related to me now. So it cannot do anything on me now. It cannot be the source of my existence. That is very, very rational approach of analysis of the creation. The Quran presents it, and we are afraid of using our reasons. No. Belief is a matter of heart. Yeah, but starts with reasoning. If you don't use your reason, your feelings do not really appreciate it. So you have to understand. Anyways, this perfect act of creation is taking, we only see it space-wise, order, perfect order. But even 100, maybe thousands times more interesting, that changes taking place in a perfect order. Again, we see time. Eh? Yeah, but can I tell you something? You will say, come on, time doesn't exist. There is no such thing. Only our memory. Memory from that. If we didn't have memory, there is no time. But what is it then? Change is happening. New creation. Quran says it beautifully, khalqun jadid, at every moment. At every moment, a new creation. So this new creation is taking so perfectly. Now, first, space-wise, perfect order. Second, time-wise, perfect order. But everything is changing. Who's taking care of it? The mind cannot comprehend it and say, I don't know, leave it. It is tiring to think. Quran says, the one who creates the universe is an absolute being. There is no example of it, no sample of it. You can compare and measure. That is why we call it infinite. So can you define infinite in terms of numbers? Now what is it then? What the mathematicians are talking about infinite, going into infinite, and they say, but there must be these signs that going into infinite, there must be an absolute infinite. But we cannot define absolute infinite. As the Quran says, you cannot define God, but you are sure that thing, what the Creator, whoever He is, must exist. That is belief in God. We will deal it when we are studying another section. I think Mermer, I don't, or somewhere. And anyways, that is in my project, inshallah. It is ready to share with you. So reasoning is encouraged in Quranic tradition, Islamic tradition, but unfortunately, we are not really practically, in practical terms, we are not encouraged to reason. We are not encouraged to ask questions in order to get the answer. Search for it, because the scholars are afraid of encouraging people to think without guidance, because we don't have guidance. We are living in a materialistic world. Secular training. For how many years you have been studying, for example, anyone? For how many years you have been studying?
10 years.
In the school?
No, not here.
Education?
Yeah.
What was how old were you when you first started going to school?
17 in college.
No. Did you have high school?
Yeah, no, I was young when I started, so like.
So
my birthday's
the high school?
when
Did
I
you go
started-
to high school?
Yeah.
Did you go to middle school?
Yeah.
Did you go to the primary school?
Yeah.
Elementary school? Did you go to even the nursery school, nurseries, or
Yeah.
maybe altogether 20 years, 15, 16 years,
From 4 to 22, 18 years.
18 years?
Yeah.
Do you notice that you have been conditioned in 18 years alone how to think about this world only materialistically, cause and effect relationship? Our mind is conditioned. We have to watch out.
Wait, what do you mean, like can you give me an example?
No, all the lessons you took explains existence in terms of cause and effect relationship naturally happening. Do they say God is creating? There must be a one who creates it. First of all, our minds are conditioned. That is why we have to refresh ourselves continuously. In order to refresh ourselves, we have to question. Without questioning, you cannot really come up. Although we may think that I believe in God, you believe in God, but in my relationship, I studied much longer than you did. So after primary school, middle school, high school, one university is not enough, another university, and then PhD. How many years? 25 something years. Yeah. When I started PhD, I was 30 years old. And it took me another 5 years, 35 years. Okay, I started 70 when I was 7 years old. It was 7 years was the primary school, and 35 minus 7, 28 years, went through this secular reasoning in conditioned. So we have to watch out. To clarify ourselves, our background, without realizing we do that. That is why Quran is encouraging us. Could there be any divine power? Anything which is divine power beside God? Say, look at this again. Beautiful. Show me your evidence. It means Quran bases its argument on evidence. Evidence what? Evidence not that what I am saying, take it for granted. No. What I am doing. See my work. So that through my work you will understand how my qualities are. When you see this change in the universe, you can only come up with the conclusion, absolute being. I don't know, I cannot describe it with any number, infinite. Any liken, for example, can you liken infinite in mathematical terms, absolute infinite, to anything? No, but it is concept that we understand. There must be such thing. Always the Quran's argument is this. If there is a number, there must be infinite. If there is zero, but very, very simple, you know this, there must be one. Because zero represents what? Non-existence. But we are not in non-existence. They are not in non-existence. So, I love these two figures in mathematics. Zero, in fact, three, but three, I will tell you. Zero, infinite, and number one. That's enough. All the world is presented to us, to our reasoning, through these three elements. Can you say that you don't exist? Okay. But your existence reminds you non-existence. I could not have been existing. But I do. What is it? There must be something, one. That is what Quran produces. That's why Quran introduces God's tawheed, oneness, with ahad. What does ahad mean?
Ahad means one.
What? Do you understand this? It means not zero. As you exist, your existence need one who exists. Now, when we will study ghaib soon, not maybe today. So, bring your evidence. Evidence means what? You can reason, you can confirm. Without, if evidence brought is false, is it evidence? You go to court and you say that I wasn't the thief. Okay, you are accused of stealing something. I wasn't a thief. Why? Because I don't ask my evidence here. And my witnesses are my evidence. So I was with him, with you. And the judge says, was he with you? And you say you are an honest person. You say, no, he wasn't with me. So, because you said it is my evidence, does it function as an evidence? No, it must be approvable, confirmable. It must have a reality which can be confirmed by human reasoning. That is called evidence. And Burhan, is, you know that Burhan. So, say, if you claim that anything other than the source of existence of this universe, the one who made it, then show me. For example, if I say this microphone or this machine or anything, or this computer, simple one, it doesn't have a maker. Why? Because I don't see it. It's not here. Right? All right. If you say this doesn't have a maker, do you really believe and confirm that microphone exists? Yeah, sure, isn't it? So how do you explain its existence? So it says, if there is no creator who is not like the microphone itself, it is work, his work. So the work itself exactly shouts, screams that I am made by a conscious being. So if you deny that, or because you didn't see, you say the microphone consists of only the microphone represents what? Universe. In this example, analogy. So use this analogy. So universe. If you say the universe doesn't have a creator, you have to show me within the universe something. What they say? Oh, it is naturally happening. What's nature? The universe. The pieces of universe, Beautiful nature. What does it mean? The things themselves. The things themselves are nature. Nature made them. What does it mean? Vicious circular reasoning. So, is it saying that this is my witness or this is my evidence, and evidence say no? Evidence say no. I cannot show anything within the microphone to be the cause of existence of the microphone, because microphone exists. Right? Microphone is not zero, it is one. So it points one, it is existence to the existence of one who made it. We are not telling who is it, because he must be one. So this one cannot be describable within the conditions of this microphone. So I cannot say, oh, maybe this part. It is ridiculous for human mind. That's why Quran is very comfortable. Okay, you deny. Okay, go ahead. Bring your evidence. It's beautiful. There is, so show me your evidence. Now, in fact, the Quran doesn't say show me evidence. It means this. Hatu burhanakum. Hatu means, come on. Bring about. Yeah, hatu. Hate. Come on. So, come with it. Evidence. We have to not only say to those disbelievers, unbelievers, we have to say it to ourselves as well. You claim that you believe in God. Hatu burhanakum. The Quran says so. Hatu burhanakum, that what Quran says is true. Come on. Burhanakum. There is no other way bringing evidence from the universe. There is no other way. Anything other than this is just not evidence but claim. Well, after evidence is produced, you believe in God. After evidence, you really see that this statement is really true. Then you can say, oh, the Quran is really true. But confirmation of the Quran must be based on evidence, because it says, Hatu burhanakum. Bring your evidence. Come with your evidence. So if someone tells us, don't use your brain, it's a matter of faith. You have to believe. You have to just consult your heart. It means just imagine something. It is not belief. Quran says it is not belief. It is not belief. So we have to have evidence, and this evidence must be practical, available, accessible. So we have to keep this evidence coming up. So, in kuntum sadiqin, if what you are saying is true. So, this transformation from belief in God established and towards now going into the reproduction of this universe is needed, reproduction of myself is needed. Because, again, I will go back to this point. Biology says eye sees it, brain catches it. It is matter, it is matter. But that body, brain, matter is perfect there. Eye is there, but there is no life. And when there is no life, like this computer, it works with what? Electric power. If there is no power, does it work? It is made in this way. It is made in this way. So, body works only with life. Okay, it works with life. Who is perceiving the meaning that it gets from this? Who is perceiving it? He is analyzing it. Who is analyzing? Now, we should not reduce our existence to matter at all, but we have other elements in our existence. In order to understand this, we have to have the evidence. What is the evidence? Today I had a meeting with some other group of people. One of them, a young guy, of course he is right to ask this question. He said, how can we prove that ruh exists? Did you notice the trick there?
Can you just explain the word ruh?
Sorry?
Ruh.
Yeah, spirit, human feelings, the human abilities, consciousness, intellect, feelings, all the spiritual side of human beings. So, ruh, thank you for reminding me this. I do that. So he said, how can we prove ruh? You know why? This mind is conditioned. I want to see material appearance of it. Because we are always cause and effect relationship, material appearance of the things. We are conditioned understanding reality through material side of it. But we don't see it, like reading a book and not seeing the meaning and trying to understand how the book works. Meaning, do you think it is the paper producing the meaning? It is the ink producing the meaning? Yeah? So we say, my mind is perceiving it. Okay, this is mine. Who are you? This is mine. You say, my mind. Who are you? My mind. So you know that you are using it. This is my I. Yeah? This is I. Who are you? So we understand that the spiritual side of human beings is really not materially substantial, which everything has two sides. The meaningful side, that spirit communicates with it. Spirit communicates with it. I am using this because it is meaningful and beneficial for my purpose. But this is my purpose. Now, if it wasn't, I wouldn't bother it. So I am using this computer, it really satisfies my needs. If it wasn't, I wouldn't carry it. So not the thing itself, but the benefit I get from it. And this benefit is appreciated, not my body. Let's say the nourishment, the food we eat, may be satisfying my body only, but of course, would you like to eat something which is really smelling stingy? Would you like? I wouldn't. Why? Why? It may be useful for your body. No, we eat delicious food. You know, the mothers spend hours and hours for the food, especially in traditional societies, to make the food look beautiful. For example, do you like food? Well, I do, but I want somebody, joining me. Who likes food to eat? You like? Yeah, we are together. So, you are hungry. I'm speaking to myself, but, it doesn't make sense. Communication is important. You are hungry. You smell something coming from kitchen. Psh, delicious. Okay. You look at the food, beautiful. Looking it, but it is put in a very dirty plate. You are giving a very dirty spoon. Would you like to eat it? Plate is horrible. Or something, some bugs walking on it. But if you eat this bug, ask the Chinese, they eat. It wouldn't really harm you. They are healthy, maybe healthier than we are. So it wouldn't harm you. Would you eat it? Yeah? There are some worms coming out of it. Would you eat it? Why? Sense, eh? So it must be something, everything is perfectly designed and prepared for us. Eh? It means my stomach says, I need it. My senses say, I can get it. I don't need it. There is difference. So we understand that I have fear, I have hope, I have love, I have really hate for the wrong understanding. I don't hate any creatures, but wrong understanding is really repulsive for me. Without claiming anything with no rational base, I really reject it. So this kind of all this experiential thing within myself, although not material. This young guy asked the question, how can you prove spirit? What he is expecting? Go to the lab, measure there, weigh there, and here it is. Because our mind is conditioned to speak on causal chain, materialist terms, matter terms. So we are looking at substantial matter to prove the existence of my feelings. That is why biologists or some materialist ones, of course, biased minds, are trying to reduce human feelings, human reflections or intelligence as the result of brain functioning. So brain functioning is operating independently of me. As if, who am I then? And, for example, out of no reason, somebody tells me, raise your hand. Out of your reason, I say, no, don't stop. I will experience within myself. Okay. I'm deciding to raise my hand now. Okay? Who is ordering my brain? Is my brain ordering me or am I ordering my brain? For example, you tell me, raise your hand. Tell me.
Raise your hand.
No. Why? I decide to command to brain to raise it. I decided not to. I said, I don't obey this friend of mine. Although I do, but it's an example, don't worry. So he asked me, commanded me, raise your brain. I said, No, I'm not going to. My brain heard it. Why didn't you? Why didn't the independent lock? I don't know. Okay. Any more questions about this verse? Beautiful. First, needs for reproduction. Second, reason in questioning. And third, conclude, and by questioning, is there anything within the universe who is causing the existence of this universe? Or what was it? Third or fourth? Third. Now, fourth, 1, 2, 3. Now, fourth, if you claim anything, whether you believe in God or you deny the necessity of the existence of God, in both cases, that is what very important for Muslim community. We claim or really speak to those people who deny that. Bring your evidence. But when I say I believe in God, what is my evidence? I don't direct this question to myself because I am born Muslim. Although some of friends are here, is not in this category, so you are saved. Don't worry, you are saved. It is my problem. So, bring your evidence. If you are true, what does it mean? What you say is true. What does it mean? If you really are convinced what you are claiming. So bring, come up with your evidence. Any concern, question? Also, I will pass to the next verse. Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So to rationalize, that's a part of evidence, right?
So?
That's what you said. To think is part of evidence, right? If I show you something, you still have to think about it. I can't be like, this is the truth. You still have to think about whether it's the truth or not, right?
Yes, correct. So now, the reproduction side is prepared. Mine is slowly prepared. Bismillah. قُلْ لَا يَعْلَمُ مَنْ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ الْغَيْبَ. This is important for the Arabic structure. يَعْلَمُ مَنْ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ الْغَيْبَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ. So, okay, let me say, ما يشعرون أيان يبعثون. What does it mean here? Now, of course, أيان is important. Too early. Come on, go back. So, now, my secrets are exposed. The next one is here. Say, no one in the heavens or on earth knows the unseen. Which is, Arabic word is very famous, ghaib. Unseen. It is translated unseen. It means material side of existence, but material side of existence points to this existence. Unseen is this. For example, this, let me go back to this example of microphone. So, microphone itself is what is seen. But the way it is made, the way it is prepared, points to something else. In Quran, this is called ghaib. So this says no one. It means unseen, not necessarily that only because we don't see him. No, but we see it with our human qualities. They call it in Muslim tradition, it's a beautiful expression, to see it not with your eye, but the eye of your heart. In Islamic tradition, heart represents human feelings. Quran, when it says fu'ad or qalb, two words it's used, but there, in English it is the same, but meaning in the Quran is really, really deep and different. So when we study or verse which has qalb or fu'ad, we can talk about it in detail. So this unseen is acknowledged through human capacity. So which is represented in the Quran as human capacity, heart. So Islamic tradition says you have to see the truth, reality, which the material existence, material work points to its source. This is called ghaib. In order to use your human qualities, if you use your human qualities in order to see what is ghaib, you have to see what is experientially available, accessible to you. So you have to use yourself. I have to use myself as well. So no one in the heavens or on earth knows the unseen, or what we will say, we believe the Quran at the same time uses the same terminology. This is an interesting or important point. Pay attention. Belief is described in the Quran as ghaib. If I don't know belief, why do you ask me to believe? If I don't know unseen, but it's not the best one, but the possible translation in English. So unseen side of the creation, so that it points to the qualities of its maker. So unseen side of the creation is known only by God. What the Quran says. But in another verse said, الذين يؤمنون بالغيب. They believe in unseen. But you said, excuse me, I'm speaking to the text. You are saying only God knows it. It means you don't know. And you are saying you have to believe in God. It says, I don't know. How can I believe in it? Seems to be something is weird. Yeah? We will deal with it. Don't worry. The next slide is about this. So, ghaib, I just made this. Square brackets are my extra explanations. Wanted to share with you that ghaib, what physical beings refer to, which is not in the form of a physical existence, or who is not, maybe because the physical beings refer to a conscious being. So I should use not which, I should have used who. So because the maker of this computer, this microphone must be a conscious being, because it deliberately designed it and made it. So it needs conscious action. So you have to say, because who is used for conscious beings. Yeah? So what physical beings refer to, who is, this whatever they refer to, is not in the form of a physical existence. We don't see it. That's the Quran says this. No one knows this physical beings refer to except the one who is the reference point. What does it mean? So we will deal with it. Except God. Okay, they don't know when. Be careful in this here. Those people who know Arabic then. وَمَا يَشْعُرُونَ أَيَّانَ يُبْعَثُونَ. Look, they don't know when they are going to be resurrected. It means reproduced. You see, the previous verse was inferring to it. Now it is going into the subject. Now, resurrected, it means reproduced it. When, not if. For example, وَمَا يَشْعُرُونَ وَلَا يُبْعَثُونَ doesn't use this Arabic speakers. So, what? أَيَّانَ يُبْعَثُونَ. When? It will happen, but we don't know when. Now, the Quran, this verse is preparing our minds that ghaib side is not if it is going to happen or not, but when it is going to happen or not. Right? So I know time is up, but still complete the subject. We will study the forms of different types of ghaib.
Just as a curiosity,
Yeah.
is there a reason? Because you're using no for both yash'urun and ya'lam. But yash'urun is usually feelings.
وَمَا يَشْعُرُونَ no. Why feelings only? Shu'ur means consciousness.
Isn't sensing?
Sorry?
Sensing also.
Sense?
Soul, right?
Yeah.
So? But everything is feeling. I mean, do you think knowledge is not senses? Do you think it is a physical being? يشعرون, it means they don't now really consciously comprehend it. Shu'ur means consciousness, isn't it?
Yeah.
So consciously comprehend it. It is more than knowledge.
Okay.
For example, you can perceive the meaning behind it. So, okay. Shu'ur means what? Consciousness.
Consciousness, yeah.
So let's go one more here. No, there must be. It is here. Let's come here. There are two types of ghaib fundamentally. But when the Quran mentions the word ghaib, we have to be careful which kind of ghaib must, understanding of ghaib must fit here. Now we will understand which part, which type is given reference to. Because of the word ayyane, it means when. Not when they are going to be resurrected. Not if they are going to be resurrected. We, human spirit, knows that I need to be resurrected. I need to be reproduced according to the needs of my feelings, so that these feelings must be satisfied. Why? Only through body, human spirit functions. For example, if someone loses his eye, doesn't work, but still he wants to see. How much would you pay for your two eyes to see? If somebody says, God forbid, but if someone loses it, you or me, and somebody says, what is your most valuable property? Let's say you have a beautiful house, okay? He says, okay, give me your house, I will give your eyes back. Would you like it? I would give it. Why? What am I going to do with the house if I don't see anything? What does it mean? Eye is a tool, very, very important tool for your spirit. Something is you, right? Something in you. It means this something in you will needs to be satisfied through what? Given proper tools to operate with. What does it remind you? Paradise. Bodily resurrection of paradise. Resurrection must exist. Otherwise, the creation of spirit, which infinite desire, will be pointless. But your Creator has your Creator created one cell in your body pointless, purposeless? Why doesn't he or shouldn't he have point in creating the feelings which really yearn for satisfaction? You don't want to die, that is you. You don't want to get old, that is you. You don't want to get ill, that is you. Who is it? Me. That is your real being. So, but they are all happening. What is the point in giving this quality and not satisfying it? So it must be something, but we don't know it. So there are two types of ghaibs. I have to speed up. I know time is really late. What this first, what this universe refers to, existence of ghaib mutlaq. It means absolute ghaib. It means I don't know the essence of the Creator. It means in Arabic that. Essence of the Creator. Does he look like a man? Does he have a flesh? What? I have no idea. But what am I sure of? He must exist. In this way, belief in ghaib is necessary. In this sense, belief is necessary. Now, 2, where the previous verse we studied refers to now. When it is going to happen, it means how the next period of life will be created. How? Which kind of day you are going to have? Can you make sure? Not tomorrow, so there will be an accident or something. You say, okay, well, for example, I say, I gave an appointment with one of my friends here. I said, I will be there 5 o'clock. Can I make sure? On the way, somebody threw himself, committed suicide on the subway, train is stuck. Police will come. How does it come? Because it's in the subway. Hours and hours, or wait. Oh, I'm sorry, I cannot make it because of No, I cannot make. Tomorrow you cannot make sure what will happen. Okay, come closer. Next hour, do we know what will happen next hour? What hope? That is, our life is based on hope. Hope from whom? The one who's going to create it. But we don't know. It's a beautiful existence. We always reminded that we are in need of somebody who will fulfill our needs. It's sure. But we don't know what will happen, ghaib. This ghaib we don't know. But who knows that? The one who's going to create it. Go back to the verse. No one knows what will happen tomorrow except me. That is why no one knows. Who can guarantee that he is going to live tomorrow? The doctors say more likely, or this meteorologists say, we are expecting from the signs, expectations. Guarantee? No. Well, expectations, if you are very precise in your calculations, you expect that it will be created. Expect. But you cannot guarantee anything. Not 1 hour later, 1 second later, we cannot guarantee anything. So that is why the Quran says the believers must trust in God only. It doesn't mean that I should forget about the conditions of this world. No, not that one. So how the next period of life will be created, only God knows it. This is called ghaib nisbi. This is the terminology the Muslim scholars developed. So this one, the second one, has 2 subsections as well. I will read it quickly. Predictable for human beings from previous experience of following the order, which doesn't change, which means order doesn't change, but existence of next time is not guaranteed. Only depends on him. So don't forget one. Well, the 2 is 2 sides. So obvious ghaib, this is called ghaib bedihi. Obvious, bedihi, and obvious, open. You can easily learn. What? For example, from my previous experience, so the meteorology forecastings. This is called forecastings. Forecastings. You understand the meaning. Forecastings are based on what? Obvious side of it, because order is promised by the Creator is not going to change, but the existence is not guaranteed. But if the existence is created, or existence of the future is created by the Creator, the order of the Creator tells me that if you go to the station, this time the train will come. If you, for example, put this table and put the computer on it, it will stay there. No, it tells me. So it is the way of communicating in this universe with the rest of the elements of this universe comfortably. But creation side of it is not guaranteed. But order is promised by the Creator, it is guaranteed. So you can trust in God. If He creates in this way. This is called in the language of the Quran. Come on, somebody. It's very simple. In the language of the Quran, this God doesn't change His order of creation. Sunnatullah. Sunnatullahi allati qad khalat min qabl. For example, وَلَمْ تَجْدَ لِسُنَّةِ اللَّهِ تَبْدِيلًا. You will never ever find any change in Sunnatullah, which is ghaibi bedihi. It means we don't know whether it is going to exist or not. That is ghaib. But at the same time, if it is decided to create to be created, we know what will be created. We understood it? No? Or clear? All right. Or to be. Two has two. One of them was obvious ghaib. The other one is, this one is, take this one up again. All right. Ghaib Nazari, not Nazari, I forgot, are there. So human perception cannot really, which is not exposed to human perfection, which is also used in physics. They call it the butterfly effect. So we don't know when the butterfly will fly, or the shake is, I don't know the right word, shake its wings, or flap its wings, correct? Yeah. Okay. You can understand this. So to be is unpredictable for human beings, because there are some elements that we cannot know. For example, the choice of a butterfly. Butterfly goes here, goes there. Can you know when the butterfly will go next moment? No. Oh, of course, for example, do you know when this brother will play with his hat? So it is his intention, and I cannot know his intention. So this is also ghaib for me. So the Quran says, you cannot know this ghaib side, this kind of ghaib side, which is not exposed to you, what will happen tomorrow, because the universe is created in a perfect way. It is something to do with subject of divine determining, qadar. Because in qadar we know if creation is going to continue, it means if God continues to create it, I know something, how it is going to be created. Also, I don't have some aspects of creation, how it is going to be. For example, butterfly effect in physics tells us that, we expected wind, but during that time, there was a butterfly flapped his wings, and it was the last drop of the filling the water cup, so that the water starts falling. The last drop. We don't know which last drop will be happening. So when a worm will come and eat something, you don't know. You just trust it. If there is no this type, human perfection cannot really cannot really perceive it. This type, everything will be clear, but universe is created in such a way that it is a wonderful reality. Oh, I'm very excited about this. Wonderful reality. Why? Because I expect God to create something that is how I expected it, because I know the order. But there is an element in the order you don't know. You have to trust God, and this is the door opening for prayer. But I don't know. The order doesn't change, but there is an element in the order, which is you may use your profession. You have to pray God or something. Yeah? But be careful, explain them. Praying God doesn't guarantee anything, because yes, the order doesn't change. Yes, if God decides to create, it will happen. And the order doesn't change. If he decides to create it in this way, according to the order that you know, but there are elements in the way the things are created which you cannot know. That is why you cannot guarantee. When you pray, it doesn't mean that definitely what you asked God to do will happen to you. You don't know, is it good for you or not? You don't know what will happen to you tomorrow. So whatever is created, although the universe seems to be everything is obvious, but it is not that much. This ghaib also is not known. So this B section of 2 is not known by human beings. So the verse we studied refers to second one, second B. We don't know when my death will appear. So this is ghaib for me. But what is not ghaib for me about my death? Definitely it will happen. That is obvious. But when, I don't know, which butterfly, it's a symbol, butterfly is symbol, yeah? We don't know lots of things that, for example, intention of a drunken man, or not intention really, this drunken man will come and hit your car. Can you guess? Which man is going to drive while he's drunk, doesn't know what he's doing, or sleeping while he's doesn't stop at the stoplight, and you are just crossing, hits it, and damaged. You don't know. That's why, please Allah, protect me, an unknown for me thing to happen. That is why prayer is essential. Right? That is the side of the creation forces us. It is beautiful. Through prayer, God is just really encouraging us to communicate with Him. Never forget. Never disconnect yourself with God. Keep connecting yourself to God. The creation is perfectly working in favor of me, that I shouldn't forget my Creator. Oh, what a beautiful existence. Alhamdulillah. So, Subhana man tahayyara fi sun'ihi laqul. That is Arabic. Understood? Yeah, but perfect. So, Alhamdulillah. So, we have to say always, okay, let's use it as a closing prayer. You say, Bismillah. When I think about it, I think I'm tired. It doesn't come, but it is beautiful. فَلَكَ الْحَمْدُ عَلَى مَا قَضَيْتَ. which means فَلَكَ الْحَمْدُ عَلَى مَا قَضَيْتَ. Whatever you execute, we are thankful for it. It is your favor. No, but I am ill, which kind of favor? That is what we need to understand. Health is so precious, and you cannot get help by yourself. You cannot guarantee. You know who you are. You know who is providing you with healthy life. Acknowledge it only through illness, lack of it. The universe is always like this. When you are hungry, you appreciate the food. If you are not hungry, food smells. I don't want to thank you. Yeah. So we have to see the lack of something in order to appreciate its real existence. So, فَلَكَ الْحَمْدُ عَلَى مَا قَضَيْتَ. Whatever you create, it must be for my purpose. So, death is beautiful. Why? If we didn't die, it means we didn't age. What will happen? Psh, who cares, God? I'm guaranteed. Who cares, my creator? Come on. All right. Somebody knows this Arabic. Glorified be you, glorified are you, praise belongs to you, whatever you have ordained or executed. Qada. Qada. It means executed. It means exactly created. Thank you, Ziba. Thank you very much. All right. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعواهم الحمد لله رب العالمين بحرمة الفاتحة. Thank you very much. Really, I'm sorry, but at the same time, the subject was so exciting. I don't know, it was exciting for me. Did you find it exciting somehow? That interesting points? MashaAllah. If you go deep into the meaning of the verses, amazing, unimaginable. But read it literally, dry, man, doesn't go. So spirit doesn't really conceive it. But going into details in the meaning, beautiful. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Okay, brothers, it is already, sisters, it is already late. Thank you very much. Inshallah, looking forward to seeing all of you again next Tuesday at 6 o'clock. Inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Thank you very much, Khalid. Jazakumullah.